My name is Lauren Mosley, and I will be doing my final art project for Cuesta Art200 on the Moche civilization, specifically showing on the Moche portraits done in pottery. A little bit about the Moche civilization. They were based off the northern coast of ancient Peru. They lived between 100 CE and 800 CE. They were one of the most important early Andean cultures. They were highly skilled artists, which they showed in their murals, ceramics, and metalworks. Not only did they excel in these items, but they also built two pyramid-like monuments, the Huaca del Sol and the Huaca de Luna, which is thought to be used as a mausoleum for important persons. Each Moche portrait vessel was a functional ceramic made of clay. They were made as containers and easy to move around. Each was between 6 and 45 centimeters tall. Each vessel was thought to carry water or chica, a fermented maize beer. In the book Moche Portraits from Ancient Peru, written by Christopher Donnan, he states that true portraiture was among the greatest achievements of Moche potters. They skillfully captured the facial features of specific individuals and instilled a lifelike quality in each portrait. Nearly all of the Moche portrait head vessels depict adult males, although some children are also shown. No truly lifelike portrait of an adult female has been identified. Some portrait head vessels show individuals with illnesses or with abnormalities such as a missing eye or a hair lip. As a group, the portraits represent an astonishing range of physical types. They allow us to meet Moche people who lived more than 1,500 years ago and to sense the nuances of their individual personalities. In this slide, you can see that I'm showing that the portrait vessel is featuring paralysis, a vessel that's showing a realistic portrait of a Moche male who has some type of paralysis on his side of his face. This in comparison to something that's idolized like a David portrait, which is showing the picture of a perfect man. The Moche culture showed their individuals as who they were at that time. Here's another example of a Moche portrait vessel. Another adult male who is wearing a headdress, which probably signifies that he was had a high status symbol within the culture. He's again done in the colors that the Moches did most of their portrait vessels in, which is the creams, the reds, and the blacks. Again, Christopher Donnan states that Moche ceramic portrait vessels have been found in only a few of the Moche graves that have been excavated archaeologically. They occur in graves in both males and females, and almost exclusively those of the high-status individuals. When portrait heads are found in a grave, usually only one or two examples are found, and this implies that they were not produced in great numbers and were seldom available to the common people. There is no evidence that portrait head vessels were ever buried with the individual they depicted. Although nearly all the portraits are of adult males, they were sometimes found in the female burials also. Again, we're looking at another Moche portrait vessel, another adult male. This one was probably done between 100 and 700 CE. And again, we're looking at a portrait vessel that was probably utilized for water or for their maize type beer. And we're looking at something that is another individual that you would be able to recognize on the street, as if we took a portrait of him or her today, we'd be able to recognize that portrait. The headdress and the detail are beautiful, and again we're in the same colors that they make all their pottery in, the creams, the reds, and the blacks. No black on this one, but they show these men in such detail. You can see his eyes, his nose, his lips, any type of flaw, whether it's the little bit of cut on his lip. They really depict to make sure that that each individual is shown in their true fashion. There's only a few ancient civilizations that have been able to develop this type of portrait with showing the features of the man in such detail, and the Moche is one of those. They did not rely on any other type of symbol or anything like that. They really just showed the man as he was.